Hello everyone, this is Astocky here and welcome to another episode of my Let's Play of the HeroCraft Pack. Once again, I just had a mob meet me inside my base, and to be honest I'm sick of it, so time to stop that from happening. The new AI pathfinding has just got a little bit too good, and they're annoying me. So what I intend to do in this episode is check how things are going here. Are they still going? I mean, I have lots of different things, most of which are tricky and torturous that I don't want to bother with. I'm really waiting for this crystal here to spawn, although I'm thinking there must be another way for me to get a vaporous crystal. Because what I really want is I want to get myself set up this episode for Minecolony, and I have some plans for how I'm going to do that. So the very first thing I'm going to need to do is find a vaporous crystal, so get my pickaxe of the core out, and I'm going to go for a little bit of a walk. Maybe over here. And I'm going to right click and see where it takes me. Well, up that way, hey? So I saw after the last video there was quite a few people who commented saying that you didn't need certain things to do certain things in Thorncraft, and that certain items should work differently than what I was saying they work. Unfortunately, it turns out that the people had been watching. Actually, I haven't tried this out yet. Look at that. Melted straight away. Yeah, it turns out I guess most of the people have been seeing videos or watching things that are from the old updates of Thorncraft 2. And unfortunately with the old updates of Thorncraft 2, things work substantially differently than they do now. Great, it looks like it's going to be under that lava flow. Maybe I can dig down and get there anyway. Yeah, I'm basically in the hunt for a vaporous crystal. Ah, perfect. A couple of them, in fact. I don't need 3. Who cares? I was going to say I don't need 3, so I was just going to leave one there to keep growing, but I have my own little crystal farm, so that's not very important to me. Looks really dark under here. I'm not sure why it looks so dark, never mind. Okay, now that I have my crystals, back up to the surface we go, and I'm going to set myself up some portals. That's going to be the first step into making what it is that I want to make. So, wow, lots of these, look at that. 717. So I need, I'm going to need that much to start with. Probably I'm going to need more later on, but I will deal with that when I get to it, not right now. Only going to need one of those. Only going to need one of those, I think. Actually, no, I'm going to need 3 of those. I've totally blanked on what I was doing now. Now I remember. I think I remember. Yeah, I remember. Man, I'm all over the place at the moment. Sorry about this. I need an iron ingot. Come on, I know I have iron somewhere. I had a bag full. Oh, there we go. I knew I had a bag full of the stuff somewhere. Okay, so first things first, going to make myself a thormium shovel. So, piece of iron, any crystal, gives me a thormium ingot. The next thing I'm going to do is make 2 pieces of nitor. And now I need some, whoa. Now I need some golden nuggets. I'm gonna need some gold bars as well. Maybe that's probably sufficient. Stop! Went a little crazy there. Yeah, I think 60 plus is going to be plenty. Use a normal crafting table for this so I can mass select it. Okay, so I'm going to need 2 and I'll take 1 as a spare. And then I'll hang on to all those extra nuggets. Okay, so I'm going to need a V's crystal, a golden nugget to make magic essence. Just wanted to check to make sure I didn't have any essences here to start with. It's one of those things where it always seems to be, I already have 1 arcane seal, so that's good. You always seem to end up overproducing things. Like there you go, I already had some nitor, so I'm gonna have to totally sort this out as well. But that's okay. So now I need a vaporous, a nugget, and some nitor. And now I'm gonna need 1 gold bar. And I think it's just a piece of redstone to make a seal. Perfect. So the question now is, where do I want to put these seals? I'm thinking I'm going to put them just there, so they're kind of in the middle of my base without being in the way of anything. So now this could end up being a huge waste, but I'm sure it's magic and air. So the third one, as I understand, will link it to a particular network, and so I haven't linked it to a network, but that's okay, because when you don't have any other networks, that's fine. You don't need to link it, I guess. There we go. Mass jumping. Perfect. So now when I put that seal, I want to put it somewhere where people won't be too bothered by it, and I won't keep running into it all the time myself. Where did my axe go? Typical. Never have an axe when you want it. I'm going to totally notice that that's a different colour. Wow, and that's really deep. What has happened here? Wow, that is a giant tunnel that's been cut through the world with a glass bed. Yeah, I have no idea what that is. And apparently I can't swim out of it either. Ah, it's not water, that's why I can't swim. Yeah, I'm not totally sure what that is. All I know is I've ruined my ship now. I need to... Oh, there we go. I was going to say, I need to put that down there and hope no one notices. So let's place our seal there. Magic. There. Ah, perfect. Excellent. Exactly what I wanted. So now that I've done that, I'm going to have a look at all my stuff here. Okay, so now that I have my thaumium ingot, I'm going to make myself a shovel of renewal. So, grab my thermonomicum out, my tea book. Where are we? I know you're here somewhere. There we go. So I need 3 earthen crystals, a thormian shovel, and a piece of enchanted wood. So I know from last time I have a piece of enchanted wood, I have my thormium ingot, I have my 3 earthen crystals. All I need now is 2 pieces of stick. I know that didn't come out quite the way I meant to say it. 2 sticks. 2 pieces of stick sounds not right. Okay, so there we have a shovel. Then we have our crystals. And now we have a shovel of renewal. Now, this has 2 features, this particular shovel. The first thing that it does is if you dig, it takes out a 3 by 3 block area, so it takes out 9 blocks. And that's pretty cool. Now the next thing that it does is, let's find a seed. Actually, I can probably do it here. If you right click on something, it needs to be something that can actually work, unfortunately, so let's just knock some of these leaves out. That should be working now. There you go. When you right click on something, it acts like bone meal. So those are 2 features that I think are excellent. Whoa. Just going to pause the video for a second and be back. Sorry about that, just had a bit of a frog in my throat. So I'm going to sleep now, and then I'm going to start setting myself up for Minecolony. Actually, let's use this. Look at that. Sleep time. And back we go. Nice. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is find my axe. How can I have lost my axe? Totally didn't lose it. I stashed it. I don't like the little note that I keep seeing that says taint is rising in my boat. So what I'm going to do is put this bad boy just there. Now hopefully that should help with the V's charge a little bit in this area, at least until I can get a Totem of Dawn and sort of really fix it. So here we have a beautiful flat plain. So the first thing that I'm going to do is come to my crafting table and I'm going to clear out all of this grass, assuming I can remember the recipe. Excellent. It's not that I don't like grass, but I have a plan for this to be a really laid out, really orderly village, and that is just not going to happen if it's all kind of grassy and I can't count blocks and I can't see things nice and straight. So there we go, beautiful. Now look how flat this is. This is just perfect. This is exactly what I was looking for. And it's right next to a forest, and the monolith is not too far that way, and there's a better dungeon just there in case I get bored and decide I want to do something flashy and fancy. Unlike the problem Digwinged had in his Let's Play, where he had portals that were like jumping people right into his base, I'm not going to have that issue because I've got that portal stashed away nicely on the ship, and I don't think, well, certainly no villagers are going to get up there. I'm hoping that there won't be any mobs get up there either. So let's just, I'm just going to keep hacking this away until I break my little tool here. And not going to collect most of this stuff because I don't really want most of this stuff. I hate it when you're almost clicking the right spot and then you miss one. And the next thing is I totally have no idea what the recipes are for Minecolony, so it's going to take me a little while to get this kind of going and sorted. I've been looking into it a little bit, so I think I know what I want to do. Oh, that was a good cave sound then too. Let's open up this bag here. And let's stash some of this stuff that we're not going to need away. Yeah, that's probably plenty of stuff stashed away for now. Nice that there's some pigs running around here, so there'll be plenty of food. Might even make a little pig farm once I get going. The reason you've got to be really careful about how you build things with Minecolony is they're very non-discriminatory about what they break. They will just destroy whatever is anywhere near them when you tell them to build. So you've got to kind of know what your spaces need to be, and you've got to kind of also have a pretty clear idea of where you want to start building when you build, so that you don't end up building a house and getting halfway through and going, I wish I could put that just one block to the right. So you sort of need to plan things out. So that's exactly what I intend to do here after I eat. So I know I had some steak on me, there we go. Okay, so bam. The first thing we're going to craft is a town hall chest. Yeah, a town hall chest. So that's a piece of paper and 8 planks around it. And I have none of that stuff. So, time to jump back into my portal, and I'm actually starting to think now that this is going to be even a pain for me, but we will see how it goes. Now, I need a piece of paper. Take a couple of pieces of paper because you never know what you're going to need. And then I need some wood. I get my axe out. Here we have our beautiful tree set up. So thankfully now I have the I totally blanked on what it's called now. The shovel of renewal. Because what that shovel is going to allow me to do is basically insta-grow a lot of these plants. So here we go. Bang. Oh. Come on, one of you's bound to grow. There we go, beautiful. That'll do, doesn't matter. And then I can just grab it, throw it back in my little bag, and it'll repair itself back up to full. So I now have all the wood that I'm going to need, and I've got my paper. See, I knew there was a quick way to do it. Okay, so the first building that I'm going to build is going to be my town hall chest. And I'm going to build that up here, sort of on the top of this hill, because I think that's going to be a good spot for it. So we need, just like we're building a chest, and then we need to put a piece of paper in the center, and that gives me one town hall. Now the town hall buildings that build are actually quite large, so I guess I'll work out later on whether or not that's going to be the right size or not. I think it's something like 20 by 20, so I think I'm going to end up having to extend this platform a bit, but at least it's far enough out of the way of the nice flat plane that the rest of my building will work okay. These things can give me corn. Oh, corn seeds. That's better than nothing. So obviously this is a Minecraft mod, but it's a mod that was designed for vanilla. So even if I try and get the farmer to grow corn seeds, he won't. He'll just grow normal seeds. So these guys are going to run around and do their own thing now. So what I really need to do is I need to build somewhere for them to work and somewhere for them to live. So we'll start with a house. Maybe it's a sit. There we go. A citizen's hut. So we need a torch, and we need a whole lot of wood again. So I've got plenty of wood and plenty of torches. So there we have one. I'm going to build a second one just because I know I'm going to need more than one of them. And then the next thing I'm going to do is build a builder's hut. So that requires me to have a door and then much the same thing. So I think I'm going to need 4, aren't I? So it's a good thing that I have lots of wood. So now I can place my... Oh, I made a chest. I didn't mean to make a chest. Never mind. Yeah, it's one of those things, you live and learn. Okay, so I just made another chest. Wow, these people are going to have lots of chests. That's a seriously noobish mistake to make. Okay, so I'm going to build my builder's hut down here. Now the way I remember this to work is if I build it just about here, it'll come out almost all the way to the beach, about to here, and kind of right to the edge, and then it spreads a little bit further this way. So I think that's a pretty good spot for it. The next thing I'm going to do is build my citizens' huts. And the way I want to do them is I want to start off here, and now these blocks are going to be 12 by 12. I'm going to just hack a little way in with this nice shovel of mine. That's far enough. So if you hold down shift, it just acts like a normal, really fast shovel. So what I want to do is I want to count, it's going to be 12 by 12, so I want to count 7 blocks in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks in. I might just knock that out for now so I know where that line is. And then from the front here, I'm going to start on this block here. So I'm going to go from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks in, and place the first one. And the next one's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 blocks behind it. And then when this one builds and this one builds, there should be a tiny little gap in between them that you can walk through, which should be perfect. So I'm going to head back to my... Hopefully I can jump out of the water with this. Perfect. Got plenty of beds. Time to sleep. I don't like the fact that that portal opens up every time I sleep. So I'm thinking I'm going to take that bed and just move it down this way a couple so that the portal doesn't open. Perfect. All these chests. So now, if everything goes well, one of these guys should walk down here and go, you know what? I'm going to become a builder.
I'll take care of it.
Excellent. See, he's put his little builder's outfit on. So now I can right click here and go to information, and it's currently in no building. So if I go to build a house, it will now build a builder's hut. And so he says I need 72 wood, 54 grass blocks and 5 cobblestone. So I have 33 grass blocks, so I'll throw those in. And then I need lots of wood. So I'm going to come up here. I don't believe he actually cares what kind of wood it is. So I'm going to just basically destroy this entire little mini forest here, and then I'm going to replant it. And take all those saplings that I have and use my shovel of renewal to basically mass grow them back, and hopefully in not too long I will be able to get things set up by having a lumberjack hut so that someone can do this for me. Not that I don't like, I mean it really kind of takes you back to the basics of Minecraft, going, oh, I need more wood. Beautiful. So let's give him 37 wood. That should be plenty of wood for him now. So I need some cobblestone. Pretty sure I had some of that. Yep, beautiful. Just going to give it all to him, because sooner or later he's going to need it. And so now we still need some grass blocks. So, look at that. Perfect, just like I planned it. I was actually a little bit worried that it wasn't going to line up with where I wanted it to be. But that's perfect. So here we go, let's take this. Got to be really careful not to break this shovel. Basically the way they use dirt blocks is they use dirt blocks to help flatten the land. So they're probably going to need, for some buildings, particularly when they get to the town hall, they're probably going to need an awful lot of it to help flatten the land out. So, oh, here we go. So what's he saying now? Need 3 torches. Or 1 coal. And then he needs a bunch of dirt, so he can have all my dirt. I'm sure I had some coal. Wonder if he can use charcoal. Who knows? So then the next thing I'm going to do after that one is come over here and give him the instruction to build a house. So now once he's finished this, he should build himself a house. I think that total left 28 wood means he's got 28 wood left that he's not going to end up using all of. Now this is a bit of a bug with the way Minecolony works, that the doors are just retarded. So once he's built the frame, you basically break the doors, put them up, and then they work as normal double doors. So there we go, perfect. We now have the very start of a village coming together. So like I said, I'm going to need way more in the way of lumber for this whole thing to work. So back up we go, and let's start a tree farm. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And that one will have to do. So I'll put it there. All different kinds of wood just in case. Now let's maximize some of these trees. Okay, I've obviously planted those kind of trees too close together. What about these ones? Perfect. Whoops. Bone milled the ground. Okay, I'm down to red now, so I've got to be really careful I don't break this shovel. It was kind of expensive on the V's crystals. So back to a repaired shovel. Get my axe. In case you're wondering, yes, I have turned the switcher mod off, because there's a couple of different things it was doing that were annoying me. The first one is the fact that for some reason when I was testing it out, I couldn't get the sickle to work. It thought that to break grass I should be using my fist, so it kept turning it off, and breaking the amount of grass that I had to break before without using a sickle was just going to be an incredibly painful experience. Let's go back to those kind of saplings. I like that light coloured wood. Whoops, too close. A little too close. Totally forgotten where these are supposed to go, so I'm just going to go random again. Of course, some of them will grow and other ones won't. I just don't have to worry about replanting them. Looks like I got a few apples for my trouble as well. Excellent. Back over here. My builder is not building.
Not good enough, eh?
No, not good enough at all. So he needs 84 wood, 35 grass blocks and a coal. So I'm gonna go back to my base. I'm gonna find my coal. I know I've got some coal somewhere. View my coal. Yes. Take half a stack, half of my stack. There we go, that should give him everything he needs now. What on earth happened?
Hi-ho.
What just happened? The ground in that chunk respawned and it broke my chest and it killed my builder. I'm dumbfounded. I'm absolutely dumbfounded. I have not seen that happen before.
Not good enough, eh?
That is not a good thing at all. So what I'm going to do now is, unfortunately, have to go back and take some wood.
It's your gold.
I'm going to have to fix it. Sorry, I'm just a little shocked. I had no expectation for that to happen. And now that it has happened, I'm not really sure how to react. Well, we start here. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and put it there. And then say information, build me a house. And then hopefully this guy should now become a builder.
I'll take care of it.
Come on, come in this way, become a builder. Get in. The other problem is, because he's no longer a builder, it means that all that wood that he was carrying, all those materials he was carrying before, he's now lost. So I can only think it must have been some kind of portal issue. That's the only thing I can think of. So he's now saying I'm missing a whole heap of wood. All that wood that I just put in there that the other guy picked up. That is just unfortunate and crazy and a pain in the backside. I'm just gonna watch this for a few more seconds and then hopefully he will build this house, and then I'm gonna call an end to the video. So I'm gonna pause and come back once he's built the house. Okay, so just before I call an end to the video, I had to go and cut down some more wood, but there it is. There is the first house that's been built, and he's now off building the next one and he's run out of wood, but that's okay because we've now got a little builder's hut and we've got a little house. So the next house, these fence posts should end up here. So it should be, you know, just a small gap that you can walk through to the next one. And as you can see, we've got lots of people all just milling around here doing absolutely nothing. And that is a silverwood tree. So I think in the next episode I might get that silverwood tree and move it over this way somewhere and basically have it become part of my little community. I think that'd be a good idea. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed me get started with my Minecolony adventures. I'm planning to build up a couple more houses and build a mine in the next episode, and then I think I've got enough stuff that I might head off and have a look what's inside that dungeon. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Astocky out.